Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Let us be thankful for this day, for the friends and family that surround us, for those who have helped us on our journey, for the fun times and the laughter we have shared. Let us be filled with strength and courage. Let us pursue our dreams and bring love with us as we go into the world. Let us use our gifts wisely and selflessly. And today, as we celebrate what we have already achieved, let us also be hopeful as we embark upon the future. Amen.
On behalf of the graduating class of 2014, I welcome parents, family, friends, and esteemed guests to the Murphy High School 2014 commencement ceremony. For everyone here to enjoy this special event, we ask that everyone be respectful of this ceremony's significance. 4 years ago, we began our journey on a hot, humid day in August. Sitting in that section for hours, surrounded by unfamiliar faces, we anxiously studied maps of winding halls and rooms numbered in no obvious order. When the bell finally rang, we were suddenly surrounded by huge upperclassmen in narrow halls, all the while clutching the crinkled map that would guide us to our treasure, an education. We've come a long way from our transformation from scared little freshmen. Through sports, classes, clubs, and other activities, we've come to embody Panther pride. Although while at Murphy, we all took different paths. Some of us took Miss Knopf history, while others took Mr. Bird. We're all ready now to make our own academic history. We've had our ups and downs and many, many challenges along the way, but the true Panther pride has always prevailed. Even when the whirling winds of life took us away from our beloved campus, and as people say, you never know what you have until it's gone. The Collins Street campus was taken, but Murphy remained in our hearts and memories forever. Thanks to our superintendent, Martha Peak, and her staff, we were able to quickly return to our rightful place on Collins Street to finish out our journey. And as alumni, we will be checking to make sure Murphy has returned to her glory. I believe this amazing recovery would not have been possible without the help and encouragement from parents, staff, teachers, and the Murphy family as a whole. Thank you for always supporting us. Today is a celebration of our accomplishments in the classroom and the beginning of our bright futures. So I congratulate you, the class of 2014, for all of your achievements.
Once again, I would like to say thank you to our parents, and especially mine for being an amazing support crew throughout these 4 years. Surely I would not be standing here without you. Also to our teachers who have given our lives direction day by day, and for being there for me when I messed up, which was often. On behalf of the class of 2014, I say thank you. I can make up the excuse that I didn't know how to start the speech, but the truth is, I didn't want to start. I simply didn't want to start the last few words I'll be able to say to all 447 of my classmates. Nevertheless, I decided to keep my speech short since I know we all want to get the heck out of here already. I mean, we really want to get out, experience the world, and make it our own, just like we did here in our humble 28 acres. We've experienced quite a lot on our way to wearing this cap and baggy gown. In fact, I'm proud to say that the person standing behind this podium today is not the same person who couldn't find his section in the technical building in late August of 2010. To be honest, I can't seem to remember those first few moments when I stepped through the black iron gates as a high school student. It was probably humid and I was half awake. I'd been up the night before studying. Yes, school hadn't started yet and I was studying. I was trying to memorize the map of Murphy in my head. I tried so hard to find a pattern with the room numbers, but I only found a headache. The first of many. 4 years later, I now know how to read a map, and 4 years later, I can finally call Murphy my home. I realize that after today, I will have become part of history. That history is us. Though we are confined by Carlin, South, Clearmont, and Wilcox streets, we have broken through every boundaries imposed on us and have yet to reach our limit. Perhaps that limit does not exist. Just as our class is ginormous, so is the legacy that we are leaving behind. Whether we will be remembered for our academic and athletic prowess, or our legendary dance moves at homecoming and prom, I know for a fact that the blue and gold that runs through each and every one of our veins will forever connect us as a class. I will truly remember today as one of the best days of my life, but right now, I would like for us to take one last journey together. A journey of memories and a journey of reflection through these dusty hallways whose walls heard all of our secrets, our dreams, our fights, and our epiphanies. As we take a stroll down these oak-lined pathways, may we never look back. No, not in mournful regret. Rather, may we look back and embrace our roots and continue to stretch our hands up to the sky. And who knows, maybe someday we'll touch the sun.
4 years ago, we were all strangers, not only to each other, but to Murphy as well. On our first real visit to Murphy with the Bridges program, we set foot on the beautiful campus, and our eyes were immediately drawn to the grandeur of the most prominent structure, the main building. This building is where our schedules seem to be centered. Not only do we have memories of Freshman Academy and Freshman 101 upstairs, and the main office, the guidance counselor's office, and the dreaded tardy office downstairs, but we also have many fond memories of buying homecoming tickets and prom tickets, running for student government, and walking down the decorated hallways during Spirit Week. Whether we were trying to nail that three-point turn with Coach Uzel in driver's ed, learning about World War II in Miss Knott's history class, or learning how to avoid getting caught in the hallways without a pass, this building brought us a new learning experience each and every day. It is the heart of the Murphy experience. It organizes and connects all parts of our education. Day by day, the main building joins thousands of students in a united learning experience, leading each of us and all of us to the beginning of our adult lives. Our school helped us all realize attributes about ourselves that we've always had but merely overlooked. It has taught us who we are and who we may become. We are all unified in the main building. When we first arrived, we had not yet started our journey through life, but it was the main building that nudged us out of our comfort zone, and that is where life begins.
Murphy High School is known for having a diverse student body. The senior speakers are the perfect example. The definition of foreign is of different country, different culture, place where it does not belong. But in a way, we are all foreign. We all live in different worlds, have taken different roads to get where we are now. But once on campus, we are all Murphy Panthers, living in one world, Planet Panthers. The foreign language building is home to 4 different languages: Spanish, German, French, and Chinese. And as we are required to learn at least one foreign language, we have learned to see the world through another point of view. Diversity is present even within our language faculty. Our German teacher is actually Russian, and 2/3 of our Spanish teachers are not of Hispanic descent. So whether it is the Africans that play on the soccer team, the Asians hanging out by the art barn, the shadowing German foreign exchange students, or the Hispanics that play a pickup soccer game during lunch, we are all one. As we continue to move on into the real world, we are bound to meet people who are foreign. But as Murphy has taught us, diversity was never about our differences. It was about how we embraced each other's, not differences, but uniqueness, and created memories to last a lifetime. Unity is not only found within our student body, but also in our fear of math. The math building holds classes from Algebra 1A to AP Calculus. Every day we encounter problems that we are at times forced to find solutions. Sometimes we rush through a problem just to find a fast solution, and this may lead us to even more problems. Or worse, getting an answer that doesn't match any of those answer choices on that final exam. Yes, math can get pretty frustrating and depressing, and may not teach us how to add more love or subtract the hate from people. But it does give you hope that to every problem you face, know that there is and will be a solution.
The next stop along our walk is the beloved biology building. This building is unlike any other at Murphy, encompassing a huge open atrium with 4 spacious classrooms. Although there may be various science classes and electives in the biology building, such as Ms. Hawk's freshman biology, Ms. Delchamp's environmental and marine sciences, and Dr. Prevost IB classes, they're all united in one building. Here at Murphy, we are also united, especially this senior class. We've gone through ups and downs with the December 25th tornado, with personal relationships, with sports and academics, and with activities. But through all the hard times and struggles, we came together closer than ever before and united as a student body. Just like in science, when we have lab partners and we're dissecting a cat with Ms. Mullins or looking under the microscope with Mr. Green, we learn how to help each other and work through our problems. We learn to work together in science, and we also learn about how the things around us work together so we can live and breathe. Some of us have even been lucky enough to go on field trips to Dolphin Island and discover firsthand how the marine plants and animals survive on a daily basis. Or even the annual Group 4 project that Ms. Studehay always took the IB juniors on, where they get to camp out at the beach while also experimenting and learning about marine life. Students who maybe weren't so lucky to go on those field trips did, however, get to experience the daily field trips to and from the bus rides from Clark Shaw. We might not have enjoyed the thought of it, but it was awesome being able to meet so many new faces that we never would have had the chance to meet without those bus rides. Just as the riders on the bus were always changing, so is science, and so are our lives. We are constantly growing and changing, developing to who we are and who we aspire to be. We've had the chance to not only experiment by building a rocket in physics, or by smoking Cheetos frozen in liquid nitrogen in chemistry, but we've gotten the chance to experiment with people and make friends while figuring out what it is we're good at and what we love to do. We change and grow just like science. The biology building
And the foreign and language and math building
have allowed us to grow and overcome problems through trials and errors and to find wonderful, diverse people who change along the way with us.
Let's continue our walk through Murphy. So many different things to notice. The old creaky gym, the green, mostly brown, grass, the lack of cover as you travel the walkways, the portables in place where the band room and tennis courts used to be, but most prominent, the students. And the ones who most often stand out are the athletes. More often than not, we are noticed for our brightly colored out-of-uniform jackets and t-shirts because, let's face it, we're obviously above the law. And we all originate from the same place of glory, the south side of the school, AKA the field. On game days, you get to know us when we show off our cool sports jerseys and colorful band t-shirts. From the hugely built football players to the nicely sculpted swimmers, the seldom remembered golfers, or the seldom forgotten shorts of the volleyball players. We are the school. The athletes are the ones who bring out the most school spirit. On Football Fridays, we all wanted to be a part of the highly competitive vibe in the halls, so we all paraded around in our Murphy Game Day shirts. We can never forget how the memory of Coach Tim Uzel was carried on the shoulders of our football players and staff. We can never forget how the pride in our country was shown through the dedication of JROTC. But most importantly, we can never forget how the spirit of the Panthers was captured in song through the essence of the MHS Panther Band. Their struggle was experienced not only at Murphy West, but also back on campus, where they are still in portables. Through it all, they managed to exude true Panther spirit and have shown us what it all truly means to have Panther pride. Though some of us could only be spectators, we were all united in the same goal, to win. And now we're all here once again with the same goal. And walking across this stage today is our final moment, our buzzer beater shot, our grand slam home run. So whether you were the sweaty in-shape soccer player or a dedicated Murphy maniac, you were what made the Murphy mystique that exudes from all of us.
The dictionary's definition of spirit is the vital principle or animating force within living beings.
An athlete's definition of spirit is always training to never give up.
Well, a teacher's definition of spirit is to instill a love of learning within every student.
A Murphy Panthers definition of spirit is the auditorium, as spirit flowed in and out of it, literally and figuratively. The Panther spirit compares directly to its most exciting events, pep rallies. The energy that pierced our pores and raised the hairs in our bodies will never be forgotten. With colorful lights illuminating our faces, thunderstruck and football PowerPoints playing in the background, the excitement was on another level. The breast cancer pep rally that caused us to cry with laughter at the sight of our senior boys dressed in pink drag from head to toe, or the slow motion pep rallies which captured the hearts of every student reminiscent upon the football season. Tradition radiated throughout our pep rallies with the annual He's Cool rhyming routine. While during talent showcases, our fellow students showed us their many gifts, ranging from singing to the unforgettable styles of KRL. From heated debates, stressful haiku matches, annual Black History programs, or fabulous productions like Grease put on by our chorus and drama programs, all these exciting events were held in the auditorium. We will never forget the dreaded first week of school, when everybody with scheduling issues spent hours and hours on end slumming in the auditorium. Or the PSAT and ASVAB testing, which would help determine our futures, or the mysterious tales of Sarah, who haunted our rehearsals, flickering lights, and closing doors. It is safe to say our past is entwined within the auditorium.
Presently, the auditorium's doors are locked and are forbidden to enter. We all miss our beloved auditorium and the events held there. Ever since the tornado, not once have we had a pep rally inside, a Black History program, the grad exam testing, and ever since Miss Sibley's retirement, we haven't had a Come to Jesus talk where she tells us about Murphy back in the good old days and preaches to us on how to take pride in our campus and school spirit. This structure was the center and heart of our campus. Its spirit is what drove us to do our very best. Whether it was making that 99-yard touchdown, nailing your solo in the Dynamics Dance spring recital, passing the grad exam, or just simply picking up a piece of trash to help beautify our campus, we can all say that the auditorium spirit is what helped us to achieve our goals. Even though the building may be damaged, the spirit there will forever remain in us. Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice. And in that view, the auditorium's tornado may have been a blessing.
No one knows the future of the auditorium, just like no one knows the future of our lives. We did not come to fear the future, but we came here to shape it. It is up to the Murphy class of 2014 to pick up a hammer and nails and build our own lives. For our entire high school careers, we set our sights on this ultimate goal, graduation. And now we have to learn after that goal has been met. The auditorium was a safe haven for us. It protected us just like home, but now we have to leave. So many people may wonder, what comes next? For most of us, we will part ways. We will go on to college, the military, or the workforce and move on, many of us searching for answers that we may never find. We may get lost, we may stumble along the way, or we may drift off of the path that our parents predestined for us. Each and every one of us has a dream today, and the journey toward that dream is what makes us who we are. We can all achieve our dreams through the persistent dedication which we have learned.
Leaving the auditorium, there is no ignoring the Panther. Encompassing characteristics a Murphy Panther should possess, it exudes class, confidence, and undeniable strength. Engraved there are the words of our alma mater, "A soul was there, a soul so fair, whose spirit shall never die." As we walk out of the iron gates of Samuel Salinas Murphy High School for the last time as high school seniors, remember your strength, confidence, and most importantly, your spirit, because
it's not what happens to you,
but how you react that matters.
On behalf of our senior class, I would like to present our principal, Dr. Smith, with our class gift. They don't know what it is yet. The class of 2014 believes in keeping our campus beautiful, so we present 30 new trash receptacles crafted by our Murphy and Faulkner Welding students and a new portable sign system.
Thank you, Robin. I would like for all the parents and guardians and grandparents that we have present today to stand and be recognized. If you'll stand at this time. We'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank you for your diligence and hard work in making this day possible. I'd like for my staff, the staff of Murphy High School, to stand. Thank you for your help with this great endeavor. There are also a few special guests I have on stage that I'd like to recognize today. We have our new school board representative, Ms. Tracy Roberson. Mobile County Public Schools Superintendent, Ms. Martha Peak. Our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Linda Carroll. From a Accountability and Testing at Central Office, Dr. Susan Smith. Executive Manager of Human Resources, Mr. Brian Hack. Our Senior Assistant Principal, Dr. Dewana Jackson. Mr. Gerald Cunningham, Assistant Principal. Mr. Clint Allen, Assistant Principal. Mr. William Henderson, Assistant Principal. Miss Patricia Hunter is not here with us today. She stayed back to run the school. She's an Assistant Principal. And also not with us today is John Sylvester, our Resource Officer. Our Senior Counselor, Rachel Graham. My administrative intern this semester is Makisha Williams. Mr. Johnny Adams, Burns Middle School Principal. Katrina Lowry, Principal of E.R. Dixon. Ms. Brenda Hartzog, Phillips Prep School Principal. Amanda Jones, Principal of Austin Elementary School. Diane Reynolds, Principal of Spencer Westlawn. Dr. Suzanne Chris, Principal of Dodge Elementary School. I would also like to recognize my special guest, my wife, Kay. Excuse me, I left somebody off. Council, Traditional School, Miss Hattie Alexander. Excuse me, Miss Alexander. We are pleased to see so many family groups today, and we understand that you are very proud of your graduate. May I request that we hold all applause and other forms of recognition until all diplomas have been awarded, and then we will all give hearty applause. Your cooperation will ensure that we can hear all of the names of our graduates, and of course, it will keep our program from being unnecessarily long. Thank you for giving attention to these requests. By the power vested in me by the state of Alabama and the Mobile County School Board, I award these diplomas as successful completion of the requirements for graduation for the class of 2014.
Tykeria Valencia Cannon. Tashara and Consummon Broughton. Jasmine Harris Peterson. Sharmarian Kalisha Williams. Deandra LaFlorence Walker. Lawana Janae Sumrall. Juanisha Renee Spencer. Kiara Marie Myers. Aramis Simone Mendenhall. Raina Jean Merrickett. Amber Lee Lanther. Kiara Imani Eager. Elizabeth Inez Parker. Kayla Danielle Pruitt. Kiera Lachey Steele. Taylor Caitlin Seegers. Juanita Virginia Rudolph. Jada Lynn West. Hadeling Vasquez Batista. Kennedy Nicole Rounds. Kirsten Shalindra Moffitt. Brianna McCullen. Alexis Monet Little. Ashley India Giroux. Taishay Dateria Bell. Sydney Nicole Arrington. Jakor Bettis. Zoe Leanne Ginlat.
Glyza Lou Peralta. Jacourtney Patricia Lee. Carnitha Michelle Tunstall. Keena Xavier Lane. Gymnesha Green Hives. Cheyenne Nicole Thompson, third ranking scholar. Gertie Lewis. Madison Avery Welch. Helen Rebecca Petway. Aubrey Elizabeth Stewart. Natalie Alana Robbins. Brittany Nicole Crawford. Javez Carmichael Spencer. Nyla Chandre Mathurin. Amelia Elizabeth Donahue. Carrie Alana Herring. Emily Grace Wilton. Kiera LaShawn Williams. Jaquita Renee Harper. Brianna Marie Gaspard. Charlotte Lockett Lunsford. Kendriana Rochelle Wilkins. Tracy Denise Nelson. Mallory Marie Watson. Lauren Rebecca Sullivan. Kishana Marie James. Nazay Benit. Jasmine Nicole Craig. Lucretia Monique Yates. Christine Alicia Lucy.
Hong Poi Vu. Constance Clay Hickman. Brianna Shakalin Caldwell. Heather Elizabeth Stokes. Destiny Marie Petway. Ashtony Nicole Williams. Damia J. Petrie. Raven Simone Walker. Madeline Claire Keeney. Catherine Alexis Miller. Brittany Janae Ransom. Caroline Elizabeth Rayleigh. Shania Nisha King. Nicole Katana James. Deja Zenobia Andre. Heather Nicole Barassa. Valencia Nicole Daly. Mackenzie Alexandra Reddy. Chastity Nicole Stanley. Deidre Capri Watson. Tamara Leah Blakely. Namanure Esther Muhubal. Michaela McGee Turner. Octavia Marie Jones. Tabitha Denise Lamar. Courtney Diane Hudson. Carla Tyrese McCants. Destiny Lalani Ford. Tony Marie Watts. Angel Denicia Hill.
Haley Baird Reamer, 6th ranking scholar. Letitia Elaine Patton. Gabrielle LaMarsha Parker. Chelsea Danielle O'Farrell. Xavier Breshawn Morse. Tatiana Jamise McKenzie. Christian Charnel Reed. Jaterica Ariane Hall. Brittany Lachey Cook. Naomi Renee Campbell. Chelsea Alexandra Brand. Jamira Chandrea Boykins. Naya Nicole Allen. Irma Ahmetovich. Moesha Lachey Hendricks. Adrian Miriam Endlers. Takia Nicole Wortham. Kishante Breon Randall. Krista Amaryllis Sower. Francis Eliana Perozzo. Khadijah Lanice Orr. Standrick Malone Kaiser. Kristen Nicole Edwards. Aaliyah Rebecca Cook. Laura Nicole Beard. Akila LaShawn Macklin. Kara Brooke Eubanks. Patrick Franklin Mazant. Markaylin Monique Lindsay. Khadijah Regine Frank.
Eric Mauricio Romero. Janeria Yvonne Rankin. Caroline Elizabeth Price. Macaria Lynette White. Tasia Yvette Sanders. Tyra Janier Palmer. Kaylin Michelle Newhouse. Darnell Taylor King. Amber Michelle Drakeford. Marquise Rashad Coleman. Chelsea Marquise Amber. Megan Dolores Lindsay. Thomas John Odom. Deja Santricius White. Michaela Jemiah Allen. Brooke Latrice Thomas. Shankiria Gabrielle Harris. Jessica Nicole Mills. Deja Constance Thompson. Benjamin Ryan Johnson. Savannah Ashley Jefferson. Brittany Denise Essex. Crystal Delivia Bell. Shalicia Kiona Harden. Brandy Patrice Thomas. Kadra Tiana Hobdy. Madison Jess Blanchard. Rebecca Ann Cook.
Joy J. Elise Rutledge. Zacchaeus Keyshawn Lafitte. Precious Zanae Walker. Brian Jerome Terrell Jr. Skylar Aubrey Hannon. Jacqueline Santoria Davis. Jamaica Carlicia Tate. Zachorian Lamont Jones. Kelsey Tyara Gill. Shanarian Gaynetta McCovery. Morgan Coleman Beverly. Taylor Teresa Marlborough. Charlene Antoinette Jones. Raven Elizabeth Reeves. Madison Elise Green. LaKenya Monet Carey. Tiana Lachey Toomey. Jasmine Monique Taylor. Rydarius Abrams Taylor. Victoria Monique Graham. Satara Tafazzoli. Laura Elizabeth Reed. Jasmine Janae McDonald. Chanel Shantae Casher. Raven Danielle Evans. Tamichael Arshawn Brown. Lee Camp Nine. Lagai Antonio Allen Jr., Tiana Elise Bryant.
Obi James Moultrie Jr., 9th ranking scholar. Jasmine Jency Crimes. Brianna Nicole Crawford. Tanisha Brianna Carey. Catherine Meshal Tinsley. Enid Tierra Craig. Benita LaDeja Etheridge. Alicia Lynn Harvey. Aaron Jerome Woodard. Madison Marie Weintraut. Sierra Arlish Lee. Kirsten Brianna Ely. Deasia Maria Brisker. Nautica LaApril Johnson. Taylor Simone Houghton. Brandy Elise Mann. Abaya Antoni Wilson. Susan Margaret Williams. Kenneth Robert Williams. DeCarlos Marquavis White. Osha Shantiz Tucker. Joseph Edward Thomas. Cardio Maurice Tarver Jr. Shania Tierra Lamar. Abram Tan Realista. Jeffrey Jamar Marks. Micah Christina Eccles. Aaliyah Oakley. Hannah Arlene Merle.
Yasmin Wayel Raouf, 9th ranking scholar. Emily Ann Rockwell. Alec Jamal Williams. Anthony Malik Pugh. Kyler Montel Nettles. Letitia Amanda Melton. Katora Yolanda Martin. Cameron Izell Lang. Jacoby Diamond King. Blake McKinley Hood. Peter Christian Zan. Michael Ridgway Henry. Quinn Tam Wynn. Taylor Sherry Stallworth. Cora Adele Madden. Juan Pardo Granados. Eric D'Angelo Reed. Jamarcus Smith Bowler. Chanel Marcel Ray. Kaylin Simone Petway. Kadarius Diamante Moore. Jasiris Tyree Rocks. Valentina Cristo. Jeff Brita Brianna Jones. Jakira Monique Hunter. LaFrance Kajori Carey. Jamarcus D'Angelo Robinson. Aaliyah DeJasmine Moultrie. Lenithia Catherine McMillan. David Harrison Campbell.
Justina Marie Hill. Reagan Andrews Bridges. Bria Aldenesia Baker. Randy Sean Brown. Landon McKinley Gibson. Erilyn Janae Coleman. Lydia Claire Bumpers. Alexis Alize Agnew. Keaton David Dykus. Corey Wade Lawson. Levi Patrick Newton. Vincent Latoni Lee. Christopher Alexander O'Kane. Mamadou Ba. Mason Tripp Blaine. Deshara Alexis Harold. Gerald Lamarcus Grimes. LaMontreal Ladarius Davis. Shariah Lucille Freeman. Rilla Lee Gilleri. Abrina Maisha Alston. Deja Talina Doss. Devin Lawan Hudson. Kayla Monique Young. Anthony Eugene Lofton. Marquise Vashon Jackson. Amber Kimberly Colbert. Tyrus Jalon Wheeler. Adiola Amanita Braxton.
Harley Simone Payton. Demi Elizabeth Weaver. Diana Smiljanic. Savannah Allen Pryor. Tin Nguyen Fan. Jakayla Zakori Midell. Jasmine Nakia Lacey. Leah DeRay James. Kaiwan Tyree Jackson. Lindsay Marie Grizzard. Samuel Lee Dixon Jr. Benjamin Alexander Purefoy. Eric Alexander Ruggs. Todd Henry Wright. Joshua Nathaniel Sneed. Teranicia Sadija Williams. Shoshani Justice Washington. Robert Taylor Slade. Franklin Edward Pratt. Matthew Dennison Pennington. Tanner Monteith Miles. Emerald Brianna McSwain. Bradley Michael Clark. Kinshasa DeKayla Kennedy. Christopher Victor Hatcher. Deontay Maurice Davis. Cameron Scott Gordon. Kaylin Ann Davis.
Bernard Milford Crandall.
Kaylin Nicole Anderson. Dominic Williams. Margaret Lynn Carlin. Javoris Nathaniel Petway. Ashley Brooke Cagle. Aaron Joshua Black. Samuel Xavier Archie. Savannah Elizabeth Alday. Tajanika Carnesia Henderson. Joseph Alexander Sauce. William Ethan Dias. Eric DeMarcus Telefero. Drake Edward Atkinson. Quentin LeBruce Gable. Kennard John Henson. Victor Lee Washington. Janice Lachey Campbell. Akeem Javon Colvin. Mark D'Angelo Randallson. Aaron Duvall Brannon. Courtney Marie Antone. Carrie Allen Dennison. Devontae Vincent Kemp. Aaron Jamaica Brown. Alicia Trinae Blackman. Andrew Christian Baxley. Jamonte Adero Jackson. Jasmine Latrice Barge.
Ashley Michelle Anderson. Connor Brooks Davis. Anthony Ben Vu. Adelwin Janiro Mitchell. Larry Darnell Randolph. Curtasia Zaquisha Peterson. Saul Lopez. DeMarcus Antonio Jones. Maurice Teray Chaveri. Zachary Wayne Calhoun. Joshua D'Angelo Johnson. Michael Earl Hudson Jr. Ashton Sean Wilson. Dondre Landis Gray. Zachary Edward McLean. John Christian Pinuel. Roderick McNeil. Kevin Jabari Clemens. Devontae Lamar Carter. Javoris Devon Pedway. Wendell Gerard Johnson. Anthony Lavelle Johnson. Maurice Jaquel Fowler. Zachary Jordan Harris. Nicholas Allen Bryant. Patrick Lee Wilson. Javon Bernard Davis.
Quentin Lamar Cross. Lesney Bernard Stone Jr. Karan Shepard. Matthew Clifton Zinnerman. Joshua Hamilton Alsop. Sydney Nicole Wood. Brenton Devon Williams. Damian Anthony Magel. Amrin Begalievich Ilyazov. Blaine Matthias Baronet. Charles Sutherland Turner. Tassan Eugene Stokes. Mario Robert Hernandez. Sir Joshua Francois. Jeffrey Tyler Hudson. Maraka Lachey Walker, 6th ranking scholar. Kyle Michael Jackson. Jordan Marcel Sawyer. Tiangelo Dion Agee. Andre Jabbar Roscoe. Christian Avery Robinson. Tavin Julio Richardson. Peter Christopher Favier. Kashawn DeMarcus Sidbury. Nicholas Tremaine Caffey. Thomas Lawrence Guard. Roscoe Lewis Wiggins Jr. Cameron Turkel May. Christopher Caleb Allen. Christian Blaine Kirkland. Oh, shit. Nicholas Kevin Marlin. Jeremy Cameron Green.
Matthew Douglas Casperson. Landon James Miller. Jonathan Marcel Daly Jr. Justin Tyler Lang. Daniel Jerome Parsons. Delarian Fanzaro Kenny. Kristen Alexander Jones. Michael D'Angelo Chambers. Connor Patrick Boyd. Jordan Charles Stoudemire. Taylor Joseph Stallworth. Tremichael Leonardo Abel. Christopher James Wilson. Frank Anon Amanor. Graham Michael Love. Eddie Rimbert. Aaron Jaleel Bryant. Royal Lee Owens Jr. Zachary Taylor Kennedy. Aaron Lorenzo Hollis. Michael Cole Callan, 4th ranking scholar. Reginald Jihad Wilson. Christian Scott Williams. George Richard Bassett. Kevin Taylor Jr. Gary Cartrell Moore. Rasan Malik Tate. Joe Montrell Smiley.
Jesse Berryman Robinson. Tristan Bryce Reynolds. Christopher Kyle Hankins. James Daniel Dobbins. Joel Lewis Bird. Cameron James Griffin. Henry Clay Alexander. Jermaine LaShawn Long. Cameron Noel Daffin. Christian DeMarcus Davis. Jarvis LeBaron Henderson.
Gemini Antonio Haggins. Michael Ray Zinnerman. David LaShun Petway. Philip Tremaine Thrash Jr. Ashton Rain Dreyer. Devontae Jorel Turner. Joseph Brent Nevison.
Samantha Lynn Oram. Colin Thomas Barrett. Chandler Harrison Meadows. Shayante Latoy McWilliams. Albert Adam Walker. Jamie Reese Barton. Darius Dimitri Johnson. Aletha Nicole Hoyt, 6th ranking scholar. Kendra Elizabeth Jones. Jack Tysel Daly. Taylor Danielle Red. Solon Roger Shearer. Elizabeth Carol Sudahay. Paris Javon Coleman. Victoria Teresa Tucker. Alyssa J. Patterson. Bria Imani Rochelle. Savannah Lane Brewer. Dorothy Patrice Arsenal. Rebecca Sarah Denson. Sergio Mercado Monez, 2nd ranking scholar. Hadley Faye Montgomery, 1st ranking scholar. Rosalind Jules Langhenriksen Rowling, 5th ranking scholar. Robin Regina Eve York.
Class of 2014, please stand.